everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the modern Sonic the Hedgehog action figures from Jakks Pacific. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. Number 20, sad to say, is Knuckles, specifically this pose of Knuckles. Not a huge fan of this piece, sadly. The tail comes out too much. There is a random holding hand here for some reason, I'm not sure why. And his arms are very sort of static in a way. Can't really pose them that well without crashing into his head. It's just bad on all fronts for these Knuckles. Shame. Number 19 is Infinite. I like the sculpt and the paint. It's very nicely done. There's a lot of junk going on back here that really weighs him down in a way. He's very top heavy and hard to pose. These shoes are the culprit. Had them flat, it'd be much better for the figure. Yes, he comes with the Phantom Ruby, but that aside, this figure is very hard to pose or even let alone stand up. Number 18 is Eggman. I feel like this figure could be in need for a redo. There's a lot of paint issues with this figure. They just don't really look as good as the newer characters. The mold is really weird and gangly. You can't really have his arms go to his side that well. He looks nice in an action pose, but really the articulation is bad, and this figure just needs a better one. You can do it, Jakks. Number 17 is Blaze. I really love this body mold. It's very nicely done. A lot of work was put into this. Great articulation and everything, but the face is just very bland. It's a blank slate. Put a little bit of emotion into it, and you'd have a better figure. I also don't have much attachment with Blaze. I mean, she's a better character than I thought, but this blank expression isn't doing her any justice. Number 16 is Sonic himself, both super and otherwise. He is a nicely done figure. I love how he looks. The blue is great. The yellow is great. The colors are really nice too on the neon one. However, this figure represents a new figure that could have been on the pegs instead of one of, 6+ Sonics that are in this line. They're in every single wave and we're getting sick of it. Please stop, Jakks. Give us more new figures that are way better than these, at least. Number 15 is Amy Rose. A nicely done figure all around and looks good except for one fatal flaw. The paint on her hammer comes off and looks awful in her hand and out. Just badly done on that all around. It's a nicely done figure though, except for this, which is a shame. She could have been higher on the list if she wasn't so bland and this wasn't so bad. Number 14 is Silver and Super Silver. Normally I would put them in different spots on the list. However, I want this to be a nice even 20 that would just be pretty simple and pretty chill of a list. I do think that Super Silver is a way better figure than regular Silver, who is just an awful figure and very boring to me. This is some really nice colors and great panache. This one is just gray, bland, and boring. They're nice figures, but really kind of middle of the list when you even them out and put them together. Lucky number 13 is Metal Sonic. I like these figures a lot. They look really great from a sculpting and painting perspective. However, there was one fatal flaw with these, that the arms go up this way and over this way, not the same direction, and you can't really twist them as well. They won't articulate in the way you want it to, and that's frustrating for me. It's basically a really cool statue, but a really cool statue does not a Metal Sonic make. Number 12 is Espio. Just a cool looking figure all the way around. Very nicely done. I love a lot of stuff about this figure. Really cool gauntlets. The shoes are great. The tail is awesome, and the spikes are nice, as well as the back of the head and this little pointy thingy. It's great. I don't really have anything, and the heart is wonderful too on this. It's nicely ironic too. His stoic character, and Espio is just wonderful. Number 11 is Tails. I love Tails so much. He's really adorable, except for this stupid butt Tails thing. I don't like it. It's not cool. It's not fun. It's kind of hard to pose, and it's really weird and makes the figure just sort of top heavy over here. These two are fine, basically perfect. I'm not sure why they went with this kind of butt design for the tail for that figure. This one's cool too, but Tails is just a great character, a really awesome figure. The extra articulation is really nice with this, and he's Tails. I just love him. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Cracking the top 10 are Shadow and Super Shadow. Peak character design. Love it so much. The red, black, gold are really nicely done. The yellow for the super form is wonderful, and he's just an iconic character. What else can I say? Shadow is just phenomenal. I really love how he looks. The paint is excellent. Sculpt is really great. What are you waiting for? Get him if you see him. He's Shadow. Number 9 is Omega. I love this figure. Sculpt, paint, articulation, basically perfect all the way around. His joints are getting a little bit loose over time, sadly. And there are 2 variants, by the way. We have a black backing for the eyes and a gray backing for the eyes. They look wonderful together, though. It would be a great addition to your Team Dark or Eggman army. Number 8 is Cream the Rabbit. How can this much cute be packed into this little plastic? The ears are asymmetrical, really nicely done. We also get 2 shades of orange on here, as well as on the body itself. We get a little tail over there. That's adorable. The details in this figure are really nice, down to the ice cream. Really awesome on that front. The articulation is awesome too. So much packed into so little. This is a small bundle of great fun. Number 7 is Rouge the Bat, who was the pinnacle of articulation back in the day. She has really good elbow joints and joints basically everywhere, but for me now, it's a little over-articulated and becoming floppy. Her hair also gets caught in the wings a little bit on the back. That's kind of frustrating. She comes with an accessory too, which is really nice, but really this figure could use somewhat of a redo with a little bit less articulation, a little bit more sculpt. Number 6 is Vector the Crocodile. I really love how simplistic he looks, but when you look closer, there's details like this chain over here, the headphones, the little gauntlets. His shoes are really cool. The spikes in his back are a different color that really pop when you see them. The articulation is very nicely done in this figure as well. I gave him his own accessory in the form of this walkie-talkie from a previous figure, I believe, but it's really nice and doesn't really take away from this Vector, who is just an awesome figure on his own. Number 5 is Big the Cat. Yes, you heard that right. An awesome figure that looks really cool. The articulation is really nice, if a bit limited, but I just like the break from all the skinnier characters for something more chunky and robust of an action figure. He's very round in a lot of places and tubular. I did give him this accessory in the form of a hook from a Lakitu from Mario, and this Sonic Prime Froggy is a great accessory for him too, and looks great and pretty in scale. All in all, a wonderful figure in Big the Cat. Number 4 is Knuckles 2.0. The previous figure didn't have as good articulation as this one by a long shot. You can really do whatever you want with this figure. The arms are way more straight, and he even has 2 fist hands. Perfect, basically. I love these so much. They're wonderful. The shoes are nice too, better in proportion as well, and this whole figure is just excellent and epic. Singing the praises for this one as one of the best of all time. Number 3 is Chaos itself. A wonderful figure that is translucent and beautiful, and oh my gosh, this is just epic. You can see the joints inside, but that makes it even weirder and stranger and a little bit meta, I would think. This is just a really well done figure. The brain could be a little bit better, I would think, but I like the mystery. You can't really see it that well. The eyes are great too, and everything about this figure is just super cool. It's very creepy, mysterious, and strange. It's very alien and very compelling. Number 2 is Jet the Hawk, despite his protest to that number. Just an awesome figure all around and basically perfect. I love him a lot. The tail is really nice. I love the mohawk. The goggles tie into the beak color as well. His piercing blue eyes are nowhere to be seen else on the body, which makes him stand out. The shoes and the gloves are great too with the red, but let's talk about that board. The board is awesome. It gives him a reason to have these open hands, and he fits so well on it, and I haven't taken him off in months. Perfect. Basically a perfect figure for Jakks. Number 1, Mephiles the Dark, however, is more than perfect. He is the future of Jakks Pacific and what I want to see from them from now on. This body mold is excellent. Every little crack and craggle on his body is just so great. That little ghostly white coming into the purple is so nice to see. The eyes are really awesome too, and this base is really great. This is the future. I want to see more of this. Jakks, please make more intricate yet simple figures for Sonic the Hedgehog. Overall, a good modern feeling. As much as I love the classic Sonic games, the modern games are what I grew up with. I was drawn to these designs from the start, and even now they shine brightly. Even if some of these figures have aged poorly, have been replaced by new ones, I do appreciate what we had then and now. So if you're a fan of modern Sonic the Hedgehog, you'll love these figures. They're all pretty great. But if not, then I would definitely recommend my top 5. But make no mistake, as we draw closer to Sonic and my 33rd birthday, it's gonna feel classic. So which modern Sonic the Hedgehog figure here is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.